Vernon Central High School, how may I help you?
I'm calling to help you, actually.
Really? I can use some today.
Aren't you cute? Okay, you have a live shooting situation in the cafeteria.
Hi, I'm John Matthews. I've been in law enforcement for more than 3 decades, and I'm a nationally recognized expert on school safety and mass shootings. And I'm a technical advisor and consultant for the Daily Wire on their new movie, Run, Hide, Fight.
This isn't a joke, okay? There are students with weapons in the lunchroom right now.
And you know this how?
The receptionist is talking to the shooter, and he's trying to say, this is a real shooting. This is what's going on. Her mind is trying to process it, and she thinks it's a joke. She doesn't think it's real. And unfortunately, time and time again, when we interview folks that have been involved in a mass shooting, they say things like, we thought it was fireworks. We thought maybe we walked into a movie set. We weren't sure. And in this scene, we have our front office personnel actually talking to the shooter and trying to process, is this something real? And then what do I do about it? Do I confirm it, or do I automatically lock down the school? So they're trying to recall their policies, their procedure, and what they should do in the actual situation. Again, from a law enforcement standpoint, we want to be there as quickly as we can. We'd rather respond to 100 false alarms than be delayed in an actual school shooting.
Okay, they're gonna keep their lights and sirens off until we know if it's real.
It's real.
Okay, we have confirmation. There are active shooters in the building.
We have policies, practices, rules, and procedures that vary across the over 100,000 school districts in the United States. And some of these schools make sure that they confirm an incident before they call a lockdown. If you remember in the Parkland school shooting, the offender pulling the fire alarm to get the students to get into the hallways and get into areas where he could shoot them. Well, after that incident, many of schools said, wait, before calling for a lockdown, we want to make sure that this is the incident going on. And unfortunately, I've got many, many stories from assessments from around the country where schools are delayed in their response because they're trying to confirm it. So in this scene, we were just showing something that we've actually seen in schools across the country, wanting to confirm an incident before ordering a lockdown or ordering an evacuation. The unfortunate side of that is it delays the response, and often it increases the body count.
Tristan!
Yes?
I'm unarmed.
Sure, except for your normally cutting remarks, but please, no. What can I do for you?
Listen, your grievance is with me, not your classmates.
You know, behind your desk you have this poster, and it says, making a difference one student at a time. He didn't make time for me.
The bad guy is kind of now revealing parts of his personality. I know that we have a long history of shooters in this country that have struggled with mental illness. And I think this scene of the principal coming in and trying to apply logic and reason to someone that may not have logic or reason, that may need some mental health services. It really played out in this scene because the principal is trying to start a dialogue, almost like, if I can get him talking, everything's gonna be better. And he doesn't understand that this offender has probably gone through years of emotional turmoil, maybe mental health issues, and sitting and talking is not going to make it better. This offender should have had services for months or years prior to this event taking place.
What we want to point out is 160. All right. Thank you, ladies. Very clever.
Zoe's trying to raise the alarm. In the first scene, she bangs on the window, she's yelling and screaming, another student's yelling and screaming. The teacher, because it's senior prank day, thinks it's simply a joke. In the second scene, Zoe takes it a level higher. She realizes I've got to get their attention. She takes a rock and throws it through the window. She then breaks out the glass, opens the window, and crawls in to tell the teacher, I'm not kidding, this isn't a joke. You've got to get the students out. There's a shooting going on. Again, because of the size of the school, the campus-style design, these students have not been alerted to what's going on.
Is everyone all right? Yeah. All right, okay, hold on. Okay, lockdown means we stay put. Lock the door. Emma, can you lock the door, please? Close the window blinds, get against the wall that isn't, if you ever go to that wall.
One of the things that we tried to illustrate was, in a crisis, you have to have a plan, you have to be prepared, and you have to practice. If you don't, you're never going to be able to implement your plan. And in this scene, we have a teacher actually take out his book to see what the procedure is to lock down his classroom. That's not what we want. That delays the response. The students are looking at you for answers. They're looking at you for direction. You as the teacher, you as the administrator need to know exactly what to do and how to do it. You need to know where to move your kids, when to move your kids, how to lock them down, how to evacuate. And so this scene really illustrates that many teachers don't practice these drills, many schools don't practice them, or even something as routine as a substitute teacher in a classroom that may not know the procedures for that particular school.
Yes, I hear you, Tommy. I know your nephew's in there, but if you half-ass an entry team, you're gonna get everybody killed. Now, I'm 2 minutes away. If you just hold on for just a damn minute, and we could... Tommy! Son of a bitch! Let's go.
In this particular scene, we show how law enforcement is delayed in the response. Treat Williams is talking to the officer that is at the school, and the officer is saying, my nephew's in there. I want to go in. I want to stop the shooting. And he's saying, don't go in alone. We can't afford to lose you. Wait till we get there. Let us go in together. In law enforcement, we want officers, even if it's 2 at a time, to go in together to confront the offender, to neutralize the threat. If we can get 4 officers, even better. But it's dangerous, even for us, to go in by ourselves and try to confront the unknown. We want to get in there, we want to help, but we need to do it in a manner that is safe so that we can rescue people and not become a victim ourselves.
He's shooting up a school live on the internet, but giving me his number will violate his privacy.
What? Many times in law enforcement, we're frustrated by the different obstacles that are placed in front of us by telephone providers, by internet providers, by social media platforms. We need the information. We need it right now. We need it to save lives, and yet there seems to be impediment after impediment. And I think this scene really shows the frustration of law enforcement playing out. I hope you've enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look at Run, Hide, Fight, how we tried to make sure that the movie was realistic, that it captured kind of the totality of school events, the life on campus today, and make sure you go to the Daily Wire and check out their latest movie, Run, Hide, Fight.